Hello and welcome to the STB Racing League Season 13 Brazilian Grand Prix live from the Autódromo José Carlos Pache in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The championship has been won, both championships have been won. Class X Fusion was crowned the Drivers' World Champion in Mexico, along with Mercedes last week as well in Mexico. We are here, and this could well be a pretty special Brazilian Grand Prix, a very special track this is for all drivers. Most drivers love the Brazilian circuit here in Sao Paulo. And it also offers some incredible weather as well. We do have the chance of rain always when we come to Brazil, and that should be no exception here in this season. We only have 10 drivers with us this evening, but I'm sure that these drivers will give us an incredible evening's action around this circuit. It's a very short circuit as well, so it shouldn't be too much of a long race for these drivers. I think we are really now preparing for season 14, and the drivers are all ready to show what they're worth. I think they're just here to have a bit of fun now. The championship has been won, nothing really to be decided anymore here in season 13. So the judge is going to have a good evening's racing, both here in Brazil and next week in Abu Dhabi, and they can look forward to next season. We're going to go right on board then with BRL Yao Pedro. Unfortunately, Eddie Perondi could not be with us this evening, so we've only got 2 of the 3 Brazilians here at the Brazilian Grand Prix. But yeah, Yao Pedro and Sierra both looking on pace as well in practice, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue for them to get at the front of the grid. Let's look at the telemetry, lap data and stuff, see how the drivers are getting on around the first sector. You can see Yao Pedro on a set of softs. On the straight then, BRL Pedro is going to set a 109.913. Looks like it was invalidated, but we didn't go from P10, so he's now going to go on another lap. Cyril Lane goes P1, a 107.4 on a set of super soft compound tyres. I think that is the softer of compounds. Look at Vaughan Buckley then, back in the league. Hopefully for this week and next week, after a few weeks away. Okay then, he's on a lap. Eagles in the pit lane, of course, championship winner. Now I've got 4 titles in STB. Below then goes P2 with a 107.4, so that's a pretty decent lap time there from Loru. Driver who is not he's had the pace, of course, in qualifying, but he's not shown that at all this season. It's really disappointing. It's really disappointing for him. But Loru, not driver, he's had a lot of bad season. I think he's just going to try and really show himself in Brazil and Abu Dhabi as a driver who is definitely going to be showing the sort of pace and the sort of performance that he can eke out next season, because season 14 is coming up. Fleury will be hoping for a much better season than this. Buckley backs off his lap then. We're going to keep an eye on anyone. So we've got Uriah Pedro out on his super sauce. Sierra's 2/10 up on his lap. I think he's going to go into the pit lane, is he? No, he's not. Always been practicing. 1:07.2. Fleury there goes quickest. He proves his personal best as he goes across the corner. That's a expect you there, but yes, Sierra P1 for him. Decent result. I think it's definitely going to be a great race between Sierra, Fusion, possibly VIR Pedro. So we've got about 3 drivers there. Vaughan Buckley may be able to get involved. I'm not sure. Vaughan Buckley, if it actually rains in, the race here in Brazil, Vaughan Buckley's pretty decent in the wet conditions, so it could really help him during Brazil. He's in there on the lap. See what he's going to do. Into the pit lane he comes. I think he's just trying to do a bank lap on the soft tyres. It didn't really work out. Yeah, Pedro then. He's had a good return to the league this season. Of course, joined it, I believe, at the same time as Sierra back at the British Grand Prix. But Pedro has definitely shown himself to be such a great driver. But yeah, it's going to be, I think, a great season next season. With so many great drivers in the league planned up for next season. VIR Pedro then is P3 for 1:08.221. That's going to be P3 for him. Eke is in the pit lane. We've got a few Ferrari drivers coming out as well. Buckley, 1.6 seconds up in the first sector. Keep an eye on his Toro Rosso. 3 seconds up, so he's on a competitive lap time right now. It is going to be a 1:08.3. It is just a fraction slower than VIR Pedro. He goes up into P4 there, so Vaughan Buckley, decent display from him. Fusion then, the championship leader, and on to a lap here in Brazil. Braking hard into turn 1 then. He's going to lock up both tyres, but then he's going to just let the car roll. Use all the momentum around the first sector now, so he's going to get that DRS on. I believe this is Resto Costa for the Bilardo. Taking the back of his lap there. I think got a track extend. Not going to help him in his chances to get any sort of decent qualifying position. Mercury then, 17.1 in the first sector. Decent first sector. He's going to go wide there on the exit of Curva de Largo. And don't think that's what he was planning. DRS then for Pedro. 17.4, 6 tenths down, so he's going to back off his lap there. Okay then, on a set of super soft compound tyres, so he's going to, I believe his last set was actually a set of softs. Yes, it set his last lap on a set of softs, so of course 2 tenths up best in the first sector. So it's about 4 tenths off on this lap alone right now. This would put him up in the P5. DJ Danny, great effort from him there, 108.1 for him. He's showing some work. And it's 108.3 there for Eke. Just slightly slow that Van Born, but he'll stay in P6 there. Fusion then, let's see what he's up to on his lap. 1.4 seconds up. And his personal best. DRS then. 108.4, it's P8. P8 for Fusion. It's going to go on another lap, I think. Back off his lap there. Sierra there goes P1. Another quickest lap time from Sierra. He's pulling these out the bag. It's a 107 point dead. It's 107 dead. It's a 107.005. 5 thousandths of a second away from getting in. 6 thousandths of a second away from getting into the 106s there. That is a great effort there from Sierra. Not a bad effort from Renard there, up in the P5. That's not a bad effort. DJ Danny, a fraction off on his personal best in sector 1. This could get him into the 107s here if he can really try and push one out the bag in the next few sectors. Keep an eye on this. He's pushing that car hard. He's backed off there, so yeah, really pushing the car to the limits. DJ Danny. It's actually great to see, actually, I must say. Okay, then on another lap, he gets on the curb a bit too much there. Duffy's also going to finish his lap off as well, I think. Then is Eke going to improve on his lap time? Yes, he is, a 108.2. Beats Buckley. Buckley goes into the pit lane now. It's going to be a last lap challenge for all of these drivers. Who's going to get what position at the moment. Sierra is the first to retire. He thinks he's comfortable ahead of this Brazilian Grand Prix. That can happen here in Brazil. Pedro then, on a lap here in Brazil, is he going to improve on his personal best of a 1:07.8? Looking likely, 1:07.5 P3 still, but he beats his personal best there by 3/10. That's pretty strong. DJ Danny then. He's going to go on another lap, I think. Red Echo's on an out lap. Looks like there's a bit of lag in the lobby actually. Lobby looks quite laggy. Loading. Right, there I am then. P3 for him. Oh, if he can get some spinner P, imagine if he can actually get up in a P3 here. That would actually be such an incredible business. He's going to get them on. No, he's not. It's 1:08.1 though. Okay, he's on a lap then. Okay, actually seems very quick on this lap. .8, it's P4 for Eke. He beats DJ Danny. Mercury then, personal best. 1:08 dead, it's P5. Fusion is going to retire there in P9. So Yao Pedro then drives into pit lane in P3. Decent qualifying for him there. Your grid for the Season 13 STB Brazilian Grand Prix is first, Sierra, second, Falou, third, Birel Yao Pedro, fourth, Eke, fifth, LRS Mercury, sixth will be DJ Danny, decent qualifying from him there, seventh, RDD Renard, eighth will be Born Buckley, ninth will be Tossix Fusion, 10th will be STB Matty. That is your grid for the STB Season 13 Brazilian Grand Prix. Rain is upon us here at the Autodromo José Carlos Pache here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Reminds us of 2008, reminds us of 2012. The rain always causes upset, and 2002 actually. The rain always causes upset here in Brazil, and I'm sure this is going to be no exception here, season 13. I don't actually think we've ever had in the Xbox One races of STB, I don't think we've ever had a wet Brazilian Grand Prix. So this is going to be really interesting. How are the drivers going to look after their cars in these very tricky conditions? We're going to find out as the drivers start their formation. It's only intermediates. The rain is looking pretty heavy here in Brazil. Sierra and Yao Pedro, they're native to this country, Brazil. One of the I think, top 5 countries in the world with the largest population, the largest country in South America, covers almost, I think, a quarter of the continent. And there's a lot of trees, of course, with the Amazon that stretches all the way through Brazil, through Peru as well. Brazil is very known for its nature. The Amazon rainforest, the Amazon River, all the things that are going on around there. Of course, there's a lot of upset with some of the things that is happening with the deforestation. But Brazil is such a great place to come and visit. Well, for your holidays or for a Formula 1 Grand Prix, it's such a great circuit. Very short as well, so the drivers don't really get bored. A lot of high-speed corners. It's actually a very they would say it's a very fun track to drive. Especially this man here. Sierra and Faloru! Faloru has crashed on the formation lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix. What is going on there? The scenes before the race has even begun. He's lost control of his car here in Brazil. And he has spun on formation lap. That's quite exciting there. Faloru just chilling on the side of the circuit. And we will line up in P2 there. Oh, the scenes. Scenes in Brazil. And we'll line up in P2. So then it's 2 light, it's 3 light, it's 4 light, it is 5 lights for the season 13 Brazilian Grand Prix. Lights out and away they go. It's a great start there for Faloru that tries to get on the inside of Sierra there, but he's going to have none of that down in turn 1. Then we've got the Mercedes trying to get himself up the inside there, but no real collisions going on here at the first point. Just a few drivers off the circuit there, and they're all... Oh, but Faloru! BRL Pedro then ran outside of Faloru there, so he's going to get up into P2. Brazilian 1-2 here in Brazil. That is a great thing to see. Mercury's going to back off the move there from Eke. He's down in P5 at the moment, and he's going to get pushed wide there by DJ Danny. And there's Vettel-esque move there. That is some Vettel stuff. Faloru's tricking across the circuit there. He is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix, but DJ Danny has been involved in a big spin there at the back. That is scenes here in Brazil. Very mirror images there of the 2012 collision with Vettel and Bruno Senna. So then, P3 for Eke. But BRL Pedro, I believe he's actually very good in the wet conditions. So he's going to now try and chase his fellow countryman Sierra. But Mercury then, under pressure from Renard, who's also under pressure from Toxic Fusion. So here we go then, down the straight. Renard not going to go for any stupid moves. Fusion there, keeping it steady. Of course, it's actually very difficult to control the car in the wet conditions, but Fusion's got it. Look at the speed now on the back of RDD Renard, the champion here, the reigning world champion now, Eke. He doesn't have that title anymore. And up the inside of Renard, and up into P number 5 goes Fusion. And Renard now under pressure from STB. Matty, who has a little skirmish moment now coming out of Curva del Lago. Matt looks like he's struggling. Got Buckley on the back of him as well. So then Fusion on the back of Mercury. You can see the sun peering through the clouds. This could be very straightforward for the champion in the slipstream. He's actually going to lock it down in turn 1. Mercury's going to go deep. Matt's going to go wide. And he's going to lose the position to Buckley, who follows now RDD Renard, but Fusion now on the back of Mercury. Fusion loves the wet. And up the inside he goes, up into P4 there goes Toss Fusion. A pretty textbook move actually that from Fusion. Very, very textbook. Well done from the champion there. RDD Renard then, he's going to follow actually quite closely around this long corner here. I can't remember the name, but yeah, Renard on the back of Mercury then. He's in a Tyrosso sandwich, Mercury and Buckley. Drivers find it difficult to control the car here in Brazil. Mercury as well, he's really struggling. I think drivers with controllers are definitely got the upper hand here. Renard is going to attack Mercury, but then Buckley now is going to try and get a move done on RDD Renard. RDD Renard there locks up down into the first corner. He's going to go back on the circuit. And he's going to lose the position there to Buckley. It's now Tyrosso 5-6, and Renard loses a position there as he goes deep in the corner and has to go across it. So he's now down in P7, but Buckley on the back of Mercury now. You can see the sun trying to come through. I did actually say in qualifying that Buckley is very good in the wet, so he must be loving this right now. He does love the wet conditions, and I do believe that Brazil actually is his favourite circuit as well, so he must be loving life right now. Favourite conditions, one of his favourite cars I believe, he's been put in this evening, and you know, favourite track, favourite car, favourite conditions. It's perfect for him. And Brazil now he's going to try and get the good exit that he needs and try and get through now. The back of Mercury. No DRS of course, it's wet conditions. I think Eke would want a bit of DRS at the moment. He's 7/10 adrift with Yao Pedro. Oh, look at the grip that Buckley has compared to Mercury. He's riding that slipstream now. Mercury's going to move to the inside. Buckley there, he's going to go all the way around the outside. He's going to have the better line in the wet, but no, Mercury's going to have none of that. He's going to push him wide there. That's a bit of a cheeky move there from LOS Mercury. And he keeps that 5th place. Of course, you can see Buckley's helmet as well. He is commemorating Ayrton Senna, his favourite Formula 1 driver in this race. Of course, the Brazilian Grand Prix, the Brazilian driver of Ayrton Senna. So he's using this to show his support to his hero that unfortunately died in the crash, 1st of May 1994. So he's going to go. He's going to try and have another pop now on Mercury. Mercury's got some very good defensive display going on though. It's going to be difficult, I think, for Buckley. Look at this one. Eke is following Yao Pedro very closely actually at the moment, about 1.2 seconds. The gap is of course increasing, but what is interesting is Eke still keeping that gap quite low. Looking at the comparison of pace between the two drivers, it's good to see Eke still trying here in Brazil, trying to get that gap down. So it's 1.3 seconds at the moment. Buckley then, he needs a good X out of this, and he's got that. Maybe he hasn't, but Mercury's made the same mistake. So they're kind of even. Buckley's got that slipstream though. And Matt has spanned. Dismal day for him. Buckley then on the inside, you can see the rain, it's really starting to fall now in Brazil. And Mercury has lost the position to Buckley. So, there you go. Buckley there up in a P5. Pretty nice move there from the Irishman. I did say that Echo was keeping the gap to João Pedro, but it doesn't look that way at the moment. But then the gaps have started to really settle down here in Brazil. Interesting to see if Danny is able to catch up. Ciro another fastest lap of the Brazilian Grand Prix, lap 8 now. So then Fusion gap is 3.2 seconds to Echo at the moment. So it's staying stable. I don't think Fusion in particular could want to really, catch up and overtake. So, yep. So then 2.9 seconds now, so it is decreasing with time. He just needs a few more laps, that's me. He should really be up there, 2.9 seconds now. So then, Fusion, 2.5 seconds now the gap, so he is really catching up to Echo. Then he's on the back of Renard. DJ Danny going to do? Is he going to be able to get past Renard here? No DRS. I was about to say DRS then. No DRS for Danny. Oh, he's going to go for that dive bomb move. Side by side. And again. Pace. On that inside line. Perfect. It'll be inside. Renard's going to come back at him. Renard back into P7. So it looks like the track is improving. So it's just setting up the fastest lap of 1:18 now. So it's definitely, the track's definitely improving. Definitely see the sun trying to go through. That's actually very bright. And he then slipstream on Renard down the straight. Of course, these two drivers had a big altercation. I think had a bit of contact in Japan for Renard and FK had that collision at 130R. But yeah, these guys have not had a good history, I don't think. Renard then slipstream, pulls to the outside line. And he's still on that inside. Oh, that's close. That's good defending there from Danny. And Renard there up into down in P8. Danny up into P7 there. But Renard's still going to stay behind. Still going to try and keep with the Sauber. On a slightly wetter patch of the circuit. That's not going to help him either. And Danny into the pit lane. Let's see what he's going to be up to now in that pit lane. It's actually very early to pit considering it's not really stopped raining yet. We could be completely honest. Someone also is in the pit lane. We've got another set of intermediates. Straight then. So Danny out on a fresh set of inters. So I think these drivers are actually having issues now with their intermediates. Yeah, you know, if one person's going to pit, you know, who else is going to pit, you know? So yeah, 0 no fast lap. Who's not having any issues? It looks like Fusion has caught that now up to Echo. So then Fusion's got the gap down now to 1.2 seconds here in Brazil. Who's right on the back now, hopefully, of Echo. Could be a pretty decent opportunity here for Fusion. But when are these people actually going to pin to not pit at all? That's something that they needs to be asked. About 15 of the race now. Going quite quickly. Fusion is going quite quickly behind Echo here. Let's have a look. So no pit stops then for these two drivers. DJ Danny is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So has happened there. There's been something there with Mercury and Danny. And there you go. Mercury back in the pit lane. It's a pretty decent day there for him. Looks like we've missed the overtake between Fusion and Eke. Fusion now is going to try and catch that 6 seconds to Joao Pedro. So we should look at that. So then that's 17. It's all going good. All going good here in Brazil. Oh, Sarah. That was quite a big skirmish moment there out of that corner. DJ Danny has left the session. He's out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So we've got Matty then, trying to catch up to the back of RDD Renard. This should be interesting. So if you have a look at some of the penalties that drivers have got, Sierra, not even a warning. That's pretty decent. Villarreal Pedro needs one warning to get a penalty. Fusion, no warnings. Penalties there for Eke. Buckley, penalty for him. Mercury, penalty for him. Renard, one penalty there. Matty, quite a few. DJ Danny, of course, is out, and then Faloru, of course, was out on that one. So yeah, you know, it's not that difficult to not corner cut around this Autodromo José Carlos Pache, but it is quite difficult to keep the car on the track in the wet. Two drivers have failed to do that here this evening. Well, there's not many battles going on here. It's just the drivers driving around in the wet. It's yeah, it's not what we want. But Sierra is having a great wet race. Remember, he's putting in P1. It's yeah, it's a great position for him to be in at the moment. And then Paloru is absolute. Absolute short there. Okay then, what? So then, back now of Eke. He's going to absolutely try. He's going to try and get past Eke. Okay, right on the back. Sorry, no. Born Buckley. He's now going to try and get past Eke. Looks like the rain is improving here in Brazil, and they're both in the pit. What tyres they go on here? Sao Paulo. Is it going to be a set of intermediates? I think it will be. Track isn't that dry yet. Yeah, set of intermediates for both drivers. Very, very good. And Born Buckley's are now going to chase Eke for P4 then. This could be a nice little battle to end this race. And Born Buckley there, nice and straightforward. Past. He's past Eke, but Eke back up the inside then. Mercury's going to get involved in this as well. It's going to be a three-way battle, and Buckley's lost part of his front wing. That's not going to help. think he might be fuming. Fuming a bit. Lap 28 of the Brazilian Grand Prix. And Buckley. There's a bit of commotion there. Look, great defender, and he keeps the position, but he is let through. And Eke, what's going on here? Eke gave the position back. He may have thought that his defending was a bit too aggressive, and he's got to let him through. Eke on the back of Mercury. Eke's going to try to go up the inside of Mercury. It's not going to work. Have to follow. Right then, so next straight. Is he going to be able to do it on the next straight? We're going to find out. Here we go. Oh, Eke. It's skirmish there on exit. It's lap 20 in Grand Prix. Coming quite quickly onto lap 30. Here's Sierra. Not long to go at all in this Brazilian Grand Prix. Okay then, right on the back of Mercury. And that slipstream. Oh, okay, all the way around the outside. Is he going to pull this? No, Mercury, great defending. He pulls to the inside as well. And Eke really compromises his line there. So then, okay, right on the back of Mercury then. Oh, what's going on here? Has he had some control issues or something? Because he has dropped very far back to where I have Pedro. So then, here we go. It's an incredible battle on our hands now. Lap 31 of the Brazilian Grand Prix, and it is all kicking off. It's all kicking off here. Pit lane. We're all going into the pit lane. What is going on here? Matt's in the pit lane. What is going on here at the Brazilian? Onto a set of pound tyres. Front wing change there for Bourne Buckley. Mercury's stay as well. Matty, he's off the track. They're picking off. Have they made the rule in Brazil? That's 32 then. And RTD Renard. Fucking P3. This is like can't go past that. It looks like it wasn't a good choice. It looks like all of these drivers have actually attempted to go into a city softs. I don't really think it's worked for them. Yellow flag. Going on. Matty. God, he's having a bad time with it, ain't he, in Brazil? Look at this. Oh, something weird is going on here in Brazil. So then, Yal Pedro. I think he won. Sierra, he's had a great race here in Brazil. It's not really been, and Sierra, it's not really been the race that people would have wanted, of course, but, you know, it's, are they waiting for these drivers? Be quite good, actually, if, you know. Oh, okay. Side by side then, Eke and Mercury! Eke is out of the Brazilian Grand Prix. He's out. Collision Mercury. Mercury at the inclusion there. Having a bit of fun. And in Brazil, to get himself back at the inside. But old Mercury. And Mercury there goes across the curb. Yeah. Not a good idea for these drivers to go on softs. They're rallying all over the place here. They've all gone wide, they've all done it. Boom, booked it out the inside now, Mercury. Side by side. There it is. All on side, all trying to battle that P4. So interesting. And Mercury's off the circuit. No, I'm not actually quite sure whether it's or not. All off the circuit. They've tried to go on softs, and it's definitely mucked up their race here in Brazil. Point out then for Sierra. Mercury on the back of Buckley. Oh, Buckley's completely locked up there. Mercury let up in a P5, but Buckley's back up the inside, trying to get past his teammate now. Buckley versus Mercury. Sierra then. Will finish in P1 in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Sierra is your winner for the season's race, but Matt's on a set of full wets here, and now we've got 3 drivers battling for P4, P5 and P6, all on sets of sauce. This is going to be quite interesting. Who's going to get the position? Fusion's off the circuit, that's not going to help him any. Who's at the inside of Mercury? Who's up the inside? He's going to really attempt there to try and get the position, but no, he can't. Who's going to get the P? Who's going to get the position? Mercury, Fusion, or Buck? He's scrumming around for position. Fusion's off circuit. There you go. Fusion will finish in P6, the Brazilian Grand Prix, and he'll do his celebration donuts for the championship as well. Could easily have done them in Mexico, but no, he's done them here in Brazil. Fusion then, who's going to cross the line and finish in P6, your world champion. There's only one race remaining in season 13. Let's forget about this one. It's been pretty decent. Let's see what. Your results then for the Brazilian Grand Prix is as follows. First, Sierra, second BYR Pedro, third RDD Renard, fourth LOS Mercury, fifth Born Buckley, sixth Tosix Fusion, seventh Matty and your DNFs were Eke, DJ Danny and Floru. We have got Sierra in the party with us. As the race was a little bit dismal We're only going to interview one driver here this evening. It's going to be Sarah. And we're going to wait for the loading screens to load up, Sarah, and then I'll give you a quick interview.
I'm just here.
We're going to give you a quick interview after the loading screens have completed. So then, Sarah, a pretty dismal Grand Prix, actually. Probably the worst race of the season. But you picked up 25 points. Take us through your race and your plans for season 14.
Well, the focus that I just have done on this race it will be the same focus that I'll have on season 14 because it was a perfect race. It was a dismal race, but it was a perfect race. Pole position, fastest lap, win, and I led every lap of the Grand Prix. It was a little funny to watch the guys battling with the soft tires in the end of the race, but it was a pretty good about my pace and don't receive any penalties. I just received one warning to the tire race, so it was pretty cool race today.
Okay. Thank you ever so much, Sarah. And I'm sure that Birayal Pedro is very happy with second place in his home race as well.
Definitely.
So that is it then. Very dismal Brazilian Grand Prix, but 25 points go to Sarah. That concludes this evening's Brazilian Grand Prix coverage for you. Do join us next week for the finale of season 13, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.